What is up, Instagram Live? Nice to see you all. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King's Day. Hopefully you're having an amazing morning, evening, afternoon, wherever in the world you're tuning in from. Okay, so let's dive into today's topic. Today's topic is 10 tips on how to build a new habit. I know it is January, 19th, almost a little bit more than halfway through January of 2020. I know many of you have New Year's resolutions. I know many of you have big goals. I know many of you are working on things. As a matter of fact, in the comments, what is one of your number one goals or key objectives or outcomes you want to achieve or experience in 2020? What's your number one? What are your top goals you're aiming for this year? And if we're thinking of the goal we want, if we're thinking of what it is that we desire, what it is we want to make happen, we also have to consider what is the cause we have to put in place for that to become the effect we want to experience at some point during this year. Cause and effect. What is the actions or the habit we have to put in place that would allow the results you want to become the absolute result that's going to show up over time? And we want to think about this. We want to think of the cause. So often we get excited and we think about the results we want, but we forget to ask, what's the habit we need to put in motion that actually creates that result over time? And so if you're rewinding backwards and saying, okay, if that's the result I want, and then we go, okay, now this is the habit that I have to put in place in order to actually achieve that result. Now we got to ask the next question. How do we create this habit? How do we put this habit in place so it actually becomes a habit? How do we get it to stick? How do we do it consistently so that we can get the results, so we can, create with cause the effect we want? Now, if we look at that, here's 10 ways to build this habit, 10 ways to get this habit to actually stick. Number one, start small. This is almost the opposite of everything I've heard in the self-help, personal development. Think big, dream larger. What's your moonshot? Go bigger and beyond what you've ever done before. 10x it. I don't care what philosophy you use, but all of them say the same thing. Think bigger, go beyond, expand. Now that's great for the vision. That's horrible advice for the habit. The habit so often is left in the dust because we start by trying to run a marathon on day one instead of trying to walk one block. Now there's a lady named Sister Madonna Bruder. She's the Iron Nun. In her 70s, she did over 100 triathlons. I think she's in her 80s or 90s, and she's completing the Ironman competition. Oldest woman though, to complete the Ironman competition and finish. It's amazing. She didn't start training until she was in her 60s. Now, how she started training was by walking one block on day one. Just one block. That was it. Day two, walk a block. Day three, walk a block. Day four, walk a block. Day five, walk a block. Day 6 or 7 or 10, it's like, well, walk 2 blocks. Let's get crazy. Let's walk 2. And then, a few weeks, it's like walk a block, jog a block. And then that's in her 60s. In her 70s, she ran over 100 triathlons. Now in her 80s, doing Ironman competitions. Unbelievable. So the number one thing, if you want to build a new habit, start small. Start something you can do every day, no matter what. You're not going to get too sore. You're not going to be exhausted. You're not going to run out of steam. Anyone can walk a block. Since she did, and now she does the Ironman competitions 2 decades later. But start small. Chunk it into small things you can do every day with ease. Number 2, speaking of ease, make it easy. This is the next thing we do that kind of screws it up. We get all excited. We get hyped. We get pumped, man, for these New Year's resolutions. We're thinking big. We're thinking huge. We're fired up about this. And so what we decide to do is we decide to 10x what we've ever done, and we make it really hard, really challenging habits, really things that cause us to stretch beyond what we've ever done, and we end up failing in 3 days and wondering why the heck it didn't work. Number 1, start small. Number 2, make it easy. Make it easy. Make it something you can do with ease over and over and over again. So it doesn't even feel like work or effort. It just feels like, oh, yeah, I got to do my thing each day. No big deal. But no big deal adds up to massive results over time as long as you stay consistent with the habit. So number 1, start small. Number 2, make it easy. Number 3, make it fun. We're not here to torture ourselves. We're not here to force ourselves to clamp something on our head and make ourselves do it. We're here to enjoy ourselves, have some fun, enjoy the process. And so this is where something that my godfather, John Grinder, who's co-created NLP, comes in, or my dad with neuroassociative conditioning. You want to condition your mind to enjoy it. What does that mean? Every time you do it, celebrate like your team just won the championship game in your city. Celebrate like a massive victory because something amazing just happened. Allow your body to feel good every time you do it. That way when you get done, you're like, woo, you do your celebration dance. You're like, yeah, I love that feeling. My endorphins kick off. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm excited. My goodness, I really enjoy this habit. This is so much fun to do. So figure out, who would you have to do it with, or where would you have to do it, or in what way would you have to do it that you'd really, really enjoy doing it? You'd love the process of it so much so that you look forward to it. It's fun. So number 1, start small. Number 2, make it easy. Number 3, make it fun. Number 4, eat that frog, says Brian Tracy. He's a self-development business author. He says, start with the hairy, crazy, squishy, gooey stuff first. The one that's hard to choke down if you're trying to eat the frog, in his philosophy with his best-selling book there. But the concept of do it first thing in the morning. Don't hesitate. Don't do anything else until it's done. Wake up, get it done. Bingo. Now you don't have to think about it. Now you don't have to mentally do gymnastics to convince yourself to do it. You don't have to get all motivated. You just wake up and get it done. Make it the first thing you do every day and watch how quickly you can get it done. Number 5, make it accessible. Accessible. Meaning, there was some research done, a wonderful book called Atomic Habits, which I highly recommend you go grab if you're interested in building new habits. And a lot of these are from there. I'm adding in some fun ones as well. But make it accessible. Make it something you can get to within 40 seconds or less. Ideally 20 seconds or less. Meaning, if you're going to wake up and work out, set up all the equipment necessary, the shoes, the shorts, the shirt, whatever, so that within 20 seconds of standing up, you can put it on and be out the front door. That's the way you want to do it. You want to make it super accessible, because if it takes more than 40 seconds, now it's a task. Now it takes effort. Now, oh my gosh, I got to do something. Whereas if it's only 40 seconds, put it on, you're out the door. Before you even have a time to think about not doing it, you're already doing it. That's the key. Make it accessible. Number 7, make the bad habit, make what you don't want to do, sleeping in, avoiding it, overeating, sending the text too many times to the same person. Make that really unaccessible. Meaning, if you want to stop watching television, take the remote, take the batteries out, count to 60 as you walk around the house, find somewhere 60 seconds away from wherever you'd sit to watch, take the batteries out, put one battery in one drawer, put another battery in another drawer, take the remote and throw it up on top of something that's hard to get to, and then see how often you turn the TV on. It's very difficult, it's inaccessible, therefore you won't do it. Another thing, if you're eating unhealthy stuff, take it out of the house. Make it so that you have to walk, a mile down the road at just the right time to get to the store to buy the stuff you want to eat that you shouldn't be eating. Make it difficult, make it inaccessible. Number 8, stack the good stuff, stack the new habit with a habit you already do. Meaning if you want to just wake up and go, stack it. As soon as the alarm clock goes off, I'm out the door. As soon as I'm done brushing my teeth, I go for a run. But stack them. Connect it to something you already do, like brush your teeth, hopefully. So stack it together with another habit. Number 9, never miss 2 days in a row. This is important. I talk to all of our one-on-one coaching clients about this. I say, listen, if you miss one day, that's called being human. We all do it. It happens. If you do 2 in a row, that means you missed it. We talked about it. We came up with a plan to get back on track, and you didn't follow through. Now we have a problem. That's not okay, because it was a conscious choice to not deliver. It wasn't that, oh no, I didn't realize it was 2 in a row. No, we were real clear because we had a conversation that you were off track. We had a conversation you did not uphold the standard. We have a conversation that you missed. And I asked very specifically, what will you do differently to make sure you hit no matter what? I have a rule. My clients, anyone on our team, you miss me too many times in a row, you're done. Because you're not upholding standards at that point. You're just showing up and seeing what happens. And that's not the kind of people we want around us. You become like the people you hang around. You hang around people that don't have standards, pretty soon you start dropping your own standards. So it's something that we carry with us in our group of coaching clients, team members. We uphold standards. You have to uphold the standard. If not, move on to somewhere else that accepts the standards you want to uphold. So number 2, never miss 2 days in a row. Number 9. Number 10, find an accountability buddy. Find someone who will call you out when you miss. Find someone who will not let you slip. Find someone who will hold your butt to the fire and push you to be the highest and best version of yourself. We do that through one-on-one coaching for our clients. But there was a research study done that showed an individual who signed up for a gym membership on January 1st was about 37% likely to follow through 30 days later and still be going to the gym. That same person, if they signed up with a spouse, a significant other, a workout buddy, a partner of some sort, they were 93% likely to be following through 30 days later because they had accountability. So the 10th and most important way here, if you want to increase your habit building, find accountability. Whether it's through a friend, a partner, a coach, kind of like what we offer, find someone to hold you accountable and push you to be your absolute best self consistently. I hope these are useful. I hope you put them to work. Have fun with these, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another conversation here.